Alrighty, let's take a gander at this second table, which I'm calling cost calculations. I've already entered in the historical data here, and I've already calculated the projected cost for 2020 using a trend formula. So let's go in and notice I have heading, what's the new present that was given, how many days was this gift given, the number of gift items. So what's the total number that this was given for that day? How much is the cost per item? What's the cost of this gift? What was the total for the day? Day 1, day 2, day 3. And what's the running cost? How much money has been spent thus far? So remember that when we're entering things like 1, 2, 3, etc., if you select all of these, you can go ahead and pull down and you can autofill like this. I also want to make this a little bit smaller because I don't need that much space. So I'm going to shrink that down. And while I'm at it, I'm going to center these here and center here as well. Okay, what new present was given? Well, the new present that was given on this day was a partridge and a pear tree. So notice that on the previous page, we've already entered that data. So why do it again? And the answer is there is no reason to do it again. So if you press equals here, you can just go over to historical data and select that cell, and notice it says equals historical data A2. So A2 being the address there, and just hit enter. And notice that it automatically pulls it over. So autofill, dun, 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 will pull all that data over. And if you want to get rid of things like the 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, you can, or the, no need to make any changes here. So now, so how many days was this given? Well, partridge in a pear tree, we know it was given each day because that's the final line of each stanza. So 12 days here. And so that means 2 turtle doves were given 11 times. Notice I've established a pattern already. So if I shift and select, I can drag down and it automatically fills. So notice here we have this sort of chiastic structure. This one here goes up to 12 and this one goes down from 12. There. So how many times, how many partridges in a pear tree were given? Well, again, we can use a formula for this. If I do equals, we know that there were 12 of these given, but how many times, or each day, how much was given? Well, the day itself is the number of items given, right? Day 2, 2 turtle doves. Day 3, 3 French hens. So the formula here is take how many days this present was given and multiply by the day. So I hit enter. Notice that in my version of Google Sheets, it's going to ask you, do you want to autofill? And the answer is yes, but let me go ahead and reject that right now and do a manual autofill. So here, now we can autofill down, and there we go. So look at this. So far, we have this many gifts given. 22 turtle doves, 30 French hens total, etc. Now you should down here, it's probably wise to give a total here. So I'll let you do that. You're going to do a sum formula, and of course you have a suggestion there that's probably helpful there. Okay, the cost per item. This is a unit cost. How much does 1 partridge in a pear tree? How much does 1 turtle dove cost? So how do we do that? Well, notice in my historical data, I've already calculated that the projected cost in 2020 is $277.39 for 1 partridge in a pear tree. So we're going to take this number and divide it by the day. Because look, $160 projected, and this is going to be dividing by 2 because that's 2 turtle doves. So how do we do that? So let's go back to cost calculations here. The cost per item, we're going to say is equal to, and we're going to pull that item over here, the 277. But then I have to go back here, and I'm going to divide by the day. And now, autofill, yes, but I'm going to manually autofill here. So notice $80 gives you 1 turtle dove. $74.90 is 1 French hen. Okay, so what's the total cost of this gift? That is, how much money was spent on partridges and pear trees? Well, if it was given 12, the total of 12 of these were given, and each item cost $277.39, it's a product. All you do is take 12 times the 277 and hit enter. And then go ahead and pull that down. Okay, so as you see, the prices are all over the place for each of these gifts. So this is a total cost of the gift given. So the total amount of money spent for turtle doves was $17.60. Okay, now what about the total per day? So each day, how much was spent? Well, remember, two things are happening here. Each day, they are buying a new gift, right? So there are 2 turtle doves, so 2 of these, plus their whatever the previous day was. So watch this. Let's see here. There are on day 1, we gave 1 partridge in a pear tree. So that's 1 times the cost per item there. Okay, now the next one, what is it? What's this formula? Well, it's going to be 2 turtle doves. So 2 times the $80. However, what else is given? According to the song, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Well, notice, and is a plus, and all we have to do is add the previous day's cost, because that is what was purchased yesterday. So add that there. This is called a recurring sum. Why? Because we're taking one thing, and notice what we're doing, and we're seeing that we're taking this product here and then adding the previous day's total. So as we autofill, the previous day is going to come down as well. So let's autofill down and see what we get. Notice I'm not autofilling from the top. I'm autofilling from the second one here. Now let me just show you what happens here. This one here says we're on the 12th day, it's 12 drummers and the cost of the previous day as well. And lastly, the running cost. The running cost is also recursive, meaning that it is also built on itself. So far, the running cost is only this $277.39. So I'm just pulling that over. But so far, what has been bought? So day 2 costs $400, a little bit more. Plus, we have to add the previous day, day 1. And there we go. So $714.78. And now that we've established the pattern, notice if I did day 3 would be the $662 plus the previous day. But notice that what we have is a recurring, so I can autofill down here. All right, so that is a good start on your on this. Don't forget that you do need to have sums, and it would be wise to highlight the final result, how much money total was spent here. And that concludes this video.